Hey, it's me, Elijah, here bringing some some poker games to you. And I had this whole plan. Again, I failed. Had this whole plan to make this a lot better, and I got online to play. As you can see, we're starting kind of not at the beginning, but I think this is the second hand. But I just needed to get in this tournament, and I didn't want to wait for the next one. So I had this whole thing to say, like always, before the video, but I didn't, because I just unprepared. So I watched the whole last video, and I noticed that it was pretty cool. I see a lot of things I can improve on, and probably the main thing I'm going to try to do differently this time is banging my water bottle against the table. But anyway, I'm going to stop talking about all these different things, and I'm going to get into this poker game. Alright, so I got into this game. It's let's see what time it is. It's 3:32 p.m. East, which is not a good time to play poker because, well, I'll get into that another time. But I really wanted to play this game because Yute's in here, and if you remember, he was in the last video I made, and he's bad. He's a donkey. I got a little donkey here for him, so I wanted to play with him. So we're gonna start paying more attention to this game now. Let's look at the history. So this was the first hand of the tournament. Everyone folded. This guy calls. He bets. Okay. Now we're in this hand. It's the same people too. It's Buns. He bet, so he might be loose aggressive. One with a pair of eights. Yeah, I'm gonna fold here, mid position, ace five. Not worth it. Yeah, what hand did he play last hand? He played 9-8 on the small blind. Oh, it was the big blind, so not that big of a deal. How he bet and took this down. But he might be aggressive. Alright. So everyone folds to Bunzilla, who looks to be loose. This is 3 hands. He hasn't not played a hand yet. He's played every single hand that he's seen. Although they were the blinds, but still. He's facing a raise from Range Rover. And he's probably just going to fold, I'd guess. He likes being the aggressor. And someone's playing back at him. Oh, he's going to call it. So I can already tell that Bunzilla is bad. We played 3 hands, and we know he's bad. So we have Queen 5-3. The reason why I say he's bad, not to insult him, is just it's irrelevant. Because when I play against him, I gotta know that he's a bad player, and yeah. So and Soar overcalls, so that's probably even worse of a play than Buns. And the turn's a heart, so there's a flush out there now. Everyone's just checking it down. No one liked this board. No one liked this board. And oh wow! So now it's a 1-card flush. I'm gonna turn down this classical. I don't think you can hear it because again, I wasn't prepared with the video again. But that happens. I can only do better next time. It's too loud. Yeah, okay, I think that's good. Missed what happened last hand. Folding. These guys checked it down. Check. Yeah, they straight checked it down. Alright. Oh, he played 10s. Okay. So maybe he's not loose. And he didn't play it aggressively when the queen came, or I mean, obviously he's not going to play it aggressively when these guys come, but he didn't play the flop aggressively. He should have probably maybe put in a bet. Wouldn't have been unreasonable. The guy with 2s, wow, this guy was really passive. Well, I mean, there's so many hearts. He took it down, right? Yeah, he took it down. And then ace 9. This guy, He's the raiser. Okay, so this guy raises very loose. He's raising a pretty decent amount, 60, when the blinds are 5-10. With ace-9, that's a really bad play. It's just ace-9 is just not strong enough to put in that raise, at least against bad people at this table. But I think I talked about that hand too much, and I'm not paying attention to what's happening. So, got another pot. Don't know what's happening up until this point. We got home plate versus Griffey. They're just checking it right now. 2-10, and he's going to take it down. Okay. I think there was no action there. I think they just checked it down. Yep, they just checked it down. So, Griffey called out of position with 9-8. Interesting. Alright, so yeah, then another thing that I want to do with this video is show, because I slept 2 hours last night, so let's see if that affects how I play. See if I play bad today. So far I'm playing bad because I'm not paying attention to anything. Alright, so we have a, we're 5-handed. Ute is the big blind. Dangerous board, dangerous board. Someone has an ace. I could see someone going crazy. If we got some really bad people in here, I could see someone going crazy with their ace and getting knocked out by someone else who has a better ace. Ute folding when he could just check for free. Wow, that's really bad. That's not even donkey status. That's fish status. He's just bad. Wow. Okay. And then Bonds. Okay, so he's definitely aggressive. He's definitely aggressive. I'm gonna fold here. Well, I could call, but it's under the gun. I could call just because of the fact that no one's raising, but I haven't played enough hands to be too sure about that. Griff calls though because he's loose. He's loose. He showed 9-8 offsuit. So we don't know how loose he is, but he's definitely loose. I don't think Jerry's played a hand yet. Might be tight. And what's Ute? I remember playing with him, and I remember him being bad, but I don't remember everything. So I had him as loose aggressive, which is what he's showing right now. This guy's probably loose. Good chance he's loose passive. Ute, just going crazy. Wow, Ute's all in. I don't know. I mean, he could have had a queen. He definitely had a piece of that. He definitely had a piece of that. He definitely had either the 2 or the queen or something. Because I don't think he was straight bluffing at that. Or maybe he had like pocket 10s or pocket 9s. He wasn't bluffing, for sure. This is good. 3-handed. That's not a good board, though. We're 3-handed and the big blind with ace-8. I could have bet. I could bet here, too. But I don't think I'm going to. Yeah, okay. If there's any raise here, if everyone checks, I could win the hand with ace-high. Unless someone has a 4. But if someone bets, I'm folding. Yeah, I think I won. No, he won. He rivered the king. He should have bet it a little bit. Should have put a small bet in. It's kind of pointless to just check. Alright, I guess checking's fine too. Alright, this fucking Last FM's getting annoying. I had to mute it. Alright, 2-7. Now this is the worst hand in poker, but I'm gonna play it. because I'm the small blind, I'm not paying much to play, and I have 3 callers, 3 limpers here. And we flopped a 2, which is nothing. We're just going to check. But the reason why I called there is just, I'm just calling 10 to win 100, and I mean, the flop could have came, you know, gave me a full house, 7-2-2, and people wouldn't have been afraid of that. People would not have been afraid of the 7-2-2, and I could have won a lot right there. And all I lost was 10, so. In bonds, he's really aggressive. He's always betting. He's definitely loose, and this guy is loose passive. I already have 2 good reads on these guys. Wow, he's really bad. This guy's really bad. He just put in a bunch of chips and then just folded for 20. Yeah, he wouldn't call 20 to win 180. It's really bad. So this guy's really bad. Probably the worst player at the table. I'm gonna fold here, facing our Ute raise. Even though it's not respectable because he's loose, I don't even need to question that anymore. This is the second gate I played with him. He's doing the same shit. So, loose aggressive. King 9. Probably gonna fold, but yeah, back to this guy. This guy is really bad. You don't fold 20 to win 180, no matter what you have. And he went all the way. He was calling Bonzilla. Both these guys are bad. Bonzilla is betting irrelevant bets that he shouldn't even bet, but he's doing it anyway. And then this guy is calling them. So he's bad and he's worse. So I'm easily gonna fold here. This guy, I don't think he's showing any life yet. Cookie just walked in here. She's a cat. She's just chilling. But yeah, this guy's showing life. I think this is the first hand he's played. Maybe tight. Could have maybe the ace queen or something. If he plays this aggressively, which he's not. Could still have it. Oh, by the way, I'm still doing this out of my living room, which is not the ideal place. So I'm sorry for any interference here. Or if someone comes in and starts talking to me, I can't really do anything about that. Just doing the best I can. Alright, so what happened last hand? I'm not paying attention, I'm talking too much. Alright, Bonzilla bet like usual, okay. And then everyone else check folded. Okay. So this guy could be passive. Could be. PET, passive tight. Maybe him too. This is okay. Have him as loose. I guess it's fine. I could have folded there just because there's no money in the pot. There's no money to be made, even if I hit my 6, which I did. But it also came with an ace king, which is huge. I'm just gonna check though. Wow, that was a really bad turn for me. That was really bad. Because now if someone can get the possible straight, this hand isn't even very strong anymore. I'm still probably going to take it down, but, I mean, yeah, I'd take it down. So, there's a lot for me to talk about that hand. Here I'm just going to fold mid position, no one's calling. So early in this hand, everyone folded to me, so I didn't really have to call, but I did anyway. And it was kind of because I thought maybe he would pay me, because he's been betting so much. And I got the 6, and I got the ace king, which would have got play, because he had an ace, so I got play. The problem was they turned to 10. When that 10 came, that made my hand really weak, because if someone goes all in, I can't call, because the king jack beats me. So, folding. These guys are being pretty tight. These guys are all, well, yeah, these guys are being pretty tight. So, there's a lot to talk about in that hand, and I can't really talk about it all right now, but Yeah, that 10 came and it was bad for me, but folding pre-flop would have been fine. I could have raised, but since they checked me, I was afraid that they would just fold. So yeah, there's a lot to say about that, but I need to keep focusing on the next hand. That's another thing that's crazy about this. I'm talking the whole time, but there's no way I can get through all the shit that I'm thinking of. I'm just thinking way faster than I could possibly speak. 7-6 early position, we're going to fold that easily. Let's look at the last hand. Bonzilla played like always. This guy's fucking loose for sure. Everyone folds. Everyone's tight. Everyone seems to be tight except for Bun. And he checked it all the way. Yeah, he checked it all the way with Queen 9. He checked it with nothing. Okay. Okay. We're in another hand here. Yeah, he's loose. He's loose. Alright, I'm going to turn my classical back on that you can't hear. Cookie's upset because I'm not betting her. She just walked away. Ace King under the gun. Now this is an interesting position because I don't want to raise because that scares people. And I can't fold because it's too strong, so I'm just going to call here. Because I'm in early position, I just have to call. It'd be a lot better than the button, but have to call. You can't fold Ace King. It's too strong. Can't raise because everyone just folds. And you only get called by, you know, pocket pairs and stuff, so just call. Hope you flop an ace or a king. Of course he calls me. He's not respectable at all. And this is a terrible flop for me. So, could bluff at it. Not going to. I mean, Bunzilla could definitely have a 2. Probably doesn't though. I don't want to bet here because the only person that's going to play with me is Bonzilla, and he's got position on me. And I'm not going to bet here either. I'm just going to check and hope to take it down. And I think I did. Ace 9. This is a good suited. This is what we call suited connectors. They're suited and they're right next to each other. I want as many people to call as possible. I'm on the big blind. I'm playing for free. Don't want someone to raise. So let's see what happened last hand. I had Ace King. I called. Buns calls with Queen 10. Origami flop. Okay. So not a good flop. I'm just gonna check. Playing with these guys. This guy seems tight. I don't see him playing too much. And it's an easy fold. What do I have this guy as? Tight. Maybe aggressive. He's starting to play a lot, so I'm not sure if he's tight. Let's look back at this hand. This hand's important to study. Not this hand. This program fucks up sometimes. This hand's important to study because I actually got to see how they played it. Even though they just checked it down. What did they check it down with? Fold. Because I don't need to do any guesswork. I could just know what they had. So he played scared. So I should bet into him when the flop is scary. And if he plays back at me, he's probably hit it. This guy, he's on the big blind with King 8. Yeah, he just checked it down. He didn't hit anything. He wasn't interested. And I just keep missing it. I'm just keep missing all these hands, and I have to look them up, and then I miss the next one. Not good, not good. It means I'm not thinking fast enough. It's probably because I only slept 2 hours last night. I'm surprised I even feel okay enough to even do this. Usually I feel terrible. Alright, so origami. Aggressively took it. home, folding. Start paying attention here. So Ute raises, which isn't very uncharacteristic. Very uncharacteristic. He probably has like, say like ace-7 or better. With how often he's been raising, sounds accurate. And he takes it down. I don't think anyone even play with him. Easily gonna fold here. Seems like people are playing relatively tight. Which means that maybe I should start playing a little bit loose. More loose. Not loose, but just open up my range of hands, is what they would say in poker. Because I have, you know, a little more than average. Not too relevant, but... And blinds are still low, and if everyone's going to be playing loose, or tight, then maybe open up my hands. I'm not afraid of anyone in here. No one has really shown that they're a good player yet. I have a decent chance, or I have a decent, it's not too crazy for me to assume that I'm probably the best player here. Which is relevant because you want to know if someone's better than you. You want to know if someone's better than yours at the table because you want to avoid them. It's kind of a mutual thing among two good players. I mean, you don't do it on purpose. You don't purposely avoid each other. I mean, if you have aces, obviously, and you're against a guy who's good, I mean, obviously play against him with aces. But generally, I mean, if I'm playing a tight aggressive style, and let's say someone else was, like, let's say Bonzilla was doing the opposite of what he's doing, he's playing a tight aggressive style, we wouldn't really collide because we're both not playing big hands. So we're both not playing very much, and when we do play, the odds are the other person doesn't have a good hand and is not going to play. So, yeah, and I should really start focusing on this happening because I'm not, and this is an important hand. And wow, okay, he's raising. I'm gonna have to go back and look at this. But this is the flop. It looks like it was big pre-flop, so these guys probably have big hands, big pocket pairs. Maybe someone has trip queens right now or something. Trip eights. Flopped a set of eights. Maybe the ace queen or something. He's thinking about it. We're gonna see. Mathematically no one can fold right now. It's 2,000 a pot. Both guys have 300 and 200 as their respective stacks. I mean, this is pointless. This is pointless. Just put your money in home plate. Yeah, thank you. Same to you, just call. Okay. Queens, yep. Yep, that's exactly what I thought. And the queens take it down. And that's why they call ace, king, ace, and walk back to Houston. Because it's a good hand, and you have to play it, but it loses. So, we gotta pay attention to what he did. He raised pre-flop from early position with queens, which isn't that great of a play, because early position, like what I said earlier, the way I played my ace-king when I was under the gun, I just called with it. But he got called by a good hand, but he had a better hand. Well, I mean, it's pretty much close to a 50-50. Ace-king versus queens, it's pretty close to 50-50. He flopped a queen, and home plate was lucky that the other guy flopped an ace. And they just played each other. So, wow, I'm missing another big hand. Well, it's not too big. Eights. He raised with eights. Ooh, he could draw the flush, and he did. Wow, that's bullshit. That was bullshit. Alright, we're gonna fold the king 4. I was kind of ready this time around. Just drinking water. I'm not playing nearly as good this game than I was in the last one. Last one I was a lot more observant. This time I'm just talking a bunch of bullshit. Well, I'm talking relevant things that are teaching you, but it's not things that I should be thinking about. I should be thinking more about the table and what's happening right now. Because this is not free money, folks. This is real money. I'm not playing with a lot, but... So, we have 3 people going on the flop. 6, 7, 9. Pretty dangerous flop. Just 1-8 is open in the straight draw. Home plate is going to raise, min raise, which is irrelevant. He's a bad player. Bonzilla is going to re-raise that raise, or that bet. And we have 2 bad players going head to head. Home plate keeps putting in irrelevant bets. See, anything home plate puts in at this point, it's like, okay, Bonzilla's going to call. Not that, because that was a big bet. Bonzilla didn't even think twice about it, though. He just called. So this is actually interesting to see who won. King 9, 2 pair. Okay, so he put his money in with the 2 pair. Ace 7. The way these people are playing, I want to call, but I'm not going to. They have been raising a little bit lately, and I just don't want to just give someone 50 chips. There's just no point. Ace 7 isn't that great, but... Alright, so... Home plate checked on the flop, or he checked on his big blind. Bonzilla obviously played with him because he's loose and bad. And then he bets. Home plate bets with he flopped the high pair with a decent king kicker. And Bonzilla called because he's bad. He had the top pair too. Okay, wasn't that bad of a call. And then the bet on the turn was just a continuation bet, but it was irrelevant. And then the king on the river, then he bets big. So what he's doing is he's probably passive, and he's betting with a hand. Because when you hit that king, he's basically playing his cards. He's basically telling you what he has by his bets. He's like, oh, I flopped a 9, top pair. I'm going to put in a little bit of money because I flopped it. So basically, whatever he bets, you respect it. Because he's telling you what he has every time he bets. He's not tricky. So far, from that hand that I saw. And here's another one. Let's see if you play this one tricky. Nope. He checked, and he checked, and he checked. So he flopped nothing, and he checks it down. So when he checks, that means he has nothing. He's just exactly what he doesn't bluff. I mean, what he's doing with his hand is, what he's doing with his bets is exactly what's in his hand. Home plate is not a tricky guy. Wow. Okay, we have 10s versus 9s. If the 9s win, this is ridiculous, because flop got lucky last time. Alright. So, that's not too relevant. Wait, so this guy really defends his big blind. Had 10s, faced the all-in. Why? He had 220, never mind. We got the Jack 2 on the big blind. So, this guy's tight, I think. Oh, I had him as loose. I don't know, he's in between, I think. It's hard to tell. I think he's more on the tighter side. So he's easy fold. I want to play Ute because he's not respectable, but Jack 2 isn't respectable either. So I'll catch him later. Mark my words, I'll catch him later. I'm gonna put him as a slightly tight. And I don't know what else he is. Yeah, that's an all-in raise. He's just a fish. He's just a bad player. And the reason why this is good is Jack versus Ace, 8 King. Yeah, I mean, I don't know why he's going all in. I mean, he had 800 chips. He wasn't out of the tournament. Now he's out of the tournament, but he had the blinds were only 8, 50, 100. I mean, he was still relevant. He just knocked himself out. But I give him the fish icon because When I'm signing up to register for a tournament, which, let's see if I could show you. Yeah, this is what it looks like. See, it shows the donkey of Ute. When I'm signing up for a tournament, when I hit register, obviously I'm in the tournament, so I'm already registered. It's going to block it off, but folding. Well, these guys are tight. Yeah, I'm not going to fuck with them right now. See, it shows the fish. So, when I'm registering for a tournament, it'll show me this, so I can tell, because I'm not going to remember all these people's names. I remember Ute because I played him yesterday, but normally I won't remember people. But if I see a fish, I'll know, okay, I want to get in here and play with these guys. It's not like Halo. In poker, you want to play bad people. In Halo, you don't want to play bad people because you don't get better. But poker's not really about getting better. I mean, it is a little bit, but it's about making money. It's about doing smart things and making money. So we got Queen 5. We got late position. The phone's ringing next to me. I'm sure you can hear that. The blinds are at 50-100. I haven't been active in this tournament at all, which is fine because I'm playing a tight aggressive style until we get later on in the tournament. My stack looks fine. I'm going to fold here. Late position, Queen 5. Just not... No callers. It's just not good enough. This flop would have been good to bust Bumzilla, although that 5 kicker would have been weak. But I'm in hand. Jerry checks it. Bonzilla's going to raise or bet because he's bad. He's aggressive. Griff checks, so they're checking it down, so it seems like no one has anything. I just put that just to... I have a good read on him. He's loosely aggressive. The more clear I put it, the more like letters I put. It's just my personal thing. Like when I just put like here a TP, it's just slightly. My read isn't good yet, but I know he's loose aggressive for sure. So everyone's just checking it down. Not too interesting of a hand. I'm interested to see what Griff is playing with because I have him as slightly aggressive. He's playing on the button. Wow, okay. What was that, 4-2? Did he have the trips? Or not trips, but 3 of a kind? No, he didn't. Wow. Folding. This game's a lot more boring than the last one. Nothing's going on in this game. So Griff played ace-3. Yeah, that's as I expected. So, he's not tight. Ace-3 on the button. But he played it because he's like, yeah, I have good position. This is okay. It's not okay, but it's okay. And, how did he lose, though? How did he win the... Oh, he had the pocket pair. Yeah, okay. And they just checked it down. Alright. Home plate. He plays... he bets with his hand. He plays and how it is. Pretty sure he's passive. Ooh, we got a river bet. So we got Bonzilla and range heads up. There's small blind versus the big blind. The board is a little scary. It's got a straight out there, but Bonzilla bets on the river. Which is a weird bet because the river didn't change anything unless he had a 6. Ace queen, ace queen. This is a weird position to be in. This is a marginal position because it's a good hand. It's not a great hand, but it's a good hand. Don't want to fold it. Calling is too expensive because we're at 150. Blinds are raising way too fast. I have less than 10 big blinds. I have like 10 or 9.5. Raising is crazy. Is it? Is raising crazy? He'll probably fold. But if I raise, I kind of have to go all in. I don't know what to do. So I'm just going to fold, I guess. I don't know if that was good or bad. It was just a really marginal position. Because if I only have 10 less than 10 big blinds, so if I raise, I kind of have to go all in. And I didn't want to go all in with that, even though I probably would have took it down, but this is a lot of people to hope that they don't have a good hand folding here easily. And if I would have made a decent raise and they re-raised me, there's no way I could have called with ace-queen. Kings versus aces. But, wow. He flopped the, what was that, open-ended? No, it wasn't open-ended, but flopped a straight draw, and interesting. He had decent odds, and he flopped a flush, too. He had decent odds against kings, but he lost anyway. Not off pre-flop, though. Pre-flop, I mean, that was just standard play out of Griff. This guy raised, probably shouldn't have raised, and Griff just called with kings. I mean, it's not like you could fold. Just gonna check here. Big blind, 10-5. So I probably have the best hand here, and it's a big pot. Not sure what I want to do though. Bunzo is capable of raising with anything, and the 9 comes, which I don't like. Doesn't make me want to bet. Easily gonna fold. I'm not liking how this tournament's going. I'm not really in control of my future because I don't have a relevant stack, and the blinds are raising so fast, and there's so many people in here. And again, that's a testament to the poor format of the tournament. I'm gonna play with this guy. Should I scare him? I think I'm gonna scare him. No, I can't do that because I can't play poker. Fuck. Here I'm gonna bet. Yeah. Just gonna muck. I bet there just because he's tight and I knew he wouldn't call. I didn't want to raise pre-flop just in case. I was afraid of the re-raise because remember I can't really play poker because his blinds are too high. God, that happened way too fast. If this was like a better hand, maybe like king queen or something, I'd probably go all in here if everyone folded to me. I mean, that's pretty much where I'm at in this tournament. That's where everyone's at. It's kind of a stupid game. Maybe I shouldn't even save it. We're just playing math poker at this point. And not really any poker was played. At least on my part. Maybe I should have been more active earlier on in the tournament. Since everyone was playing loose. Or since everyone was playing tight, maybe I should have loosened up a little bit so I would have been able to control my destiny a little bit more at this stage in the tournament. So we have 10s versus 9s. These guys are playing really loose. I might want to call an all in at this table with jacks. With jacks are better because, or like maybe even like ace king, because if there's dead money in the pot, and what that means is like if Griff makes a big raise but doesn't go all in and has enough of a stack to fold, and you mix and like maybe like this guy calls because he's got a big stack, and then I'll go all in to force him out and get in the coin flip with Jerry, if Jerry has like pocket 5s or something with my ace king, because this guy's money is dead money because he can't win the pot. He can't win the pot because he folded, but his money still went in. His bet that he made previously went in. So that's dead money. So I'm at a 50-50 with this guy, but this guy sweetened up the deal by putting in money in that situation. So I might want to get myself in a situation like that if I have ace king and that were to arrive. You're hearing the sound of eating. It's a beautiful thing. So it's weird. These guys are kind of playing the tournament the opposite of how you should play it. Well, actually, maybe not. Alright, so I got king 9, big blind. Bonzilla, this loose motherfucker. It's folding. Looks like he's loosening up a little bit. Or tightening up. Tightens up later in tournament. Gonna check. Didn't really flop anything here. I mean, I have the straight draw, but do I want to go all in? Not really. Not really. Jack gives me a straight, but it's not a good straight. Yeah, I'm just gonna fold. Wasn't a good hand for me at all. So much danger out there. Wow. I only have 6 big blinds. This is ridiculous. Seems like this tournament's going by really fast. I don't know how long this video's gone, but it's crazy how I only have 6 big blinds. I think we've been playing maybe for like 30 minutes or something. I only have 6 big blinds. It's ridiculous. It's not poker. I'm gonna fold here. Wow, Bunzilla's bad. He's bad. I gotta put fish. Or donkey because he gives these money. And fish. I'm gonna put donkey because he gives you his money, but he doesn't do it in a fishy way. He does it in a aggressively. Should I go on? 6 bigs. How long till the blinds is? 5 minutes. I think I have time, kind of. Time to get a better hand than Jack 8. Again, this is math poker at this point. There's no way I could play this because Bonzilla is capable of calling anything with his short stack. Anyone... Yeah, so he's bad. Griff is bad. Playing 2s. Because these blinds are so high, anyone calling right now, pre-flop, is bad because they're just limping in. They're paying too much to play their hand. Except for Jerry and Home Plate because they have big stacks, but everyone else, Queens versus Ace King, everyone else who's limping in, it's razor, it's all in or fold at this point for everybody. So anyone who's limping in is just bad. We have 5 people, which is part of the reason why I went all in here. Because you would have a hard time calling there. Because, like I said previously, once you get to 4 or 5 handed, people realize that they're close to the money. So even someone like you, who's aggressive and crazy, will tighten up here. I'm heads up with the giraffe motherfucker. And, I got the 8, I have nothing really. And I don't really want to bluff at him. He's got a bigger stack. But this time I turned to 7. Should I raise? Well, I'm going to check because the river probably won't hurt me. And I could bet the river instead. Yeah, see, the 2 doesn't hurt me. I can just bet the river. And he might call, but if he doesn't, that's fine. A6. I could go on here. Should I? No, because I'm got a caller, so I'm not going all in. I'm just gonna call, I guess. See, this isn't limping in though. I was a small blind. Checking. Nothing going on here for me. And this guy makes a continuation bet. So that's actually smart. But maybe he's a tag. Just maybe. I don't really remember much of the things he's done because, remember, I only slept 2 hours last night. I don't remember what's happening. Put him as maybe a tag because he's playing his big stack like he's a good player, or at least seems that way from that last hand. He's probably not a good player, but maybe. I'm gonna fold here. Nothing really going on. Blind should be raising in a minute. That gives me not much. Divided by 300. It's 5. Yeah, when the blinds raise, I have 5 big blinds. Less than 5, really. I think. Because they're not. Yeah, the blinds are probably going to hit me again, and I'll have less than 5. So I'm pretty much still in all-in mode. Pocket tens. All in. No way I'm not going all in here. Need to defend this hand. It's too good. Can't just call. If I get called by jacks or queens or kings or aces, I mean that's how it goes. I have to go all in here. And I got called, so hopefully I'll double up. I got called by the big stack, so that means that he probably doesn't have a big hand. He doesn't. I haven't dominated. If he draws a fucking ace, I'm gonna be upset. No. Okay, nice. Alright, I'm in this tournament now. I'm fucking in this tournament. I got the big blind with Jack Deuce. I can feel the adrenaline after that win. Because now I can actually play poker. Fold. Easy fold. I feel the adrenaline after that win. That's what poker does to you. That's the excitement of poker. Maybe it looks boring. I don't know. Some people maybe it looks boring, but you gotta play it. You gotta play it. I probably should have raised more there, but that worked out. Got the job done. Queen or king queen. I have a big stack. This is a good hand. Have to raise. Could raise like 900 here and hope everyone folds. Could. I'm not saying I'm going to do that, but I'm just gonna call because this hand isn't. This hand is pretty much only gonna get called by a better hand. And I flopped the king, but this is not a good board with 3 hearts. So yeah, he's going all in. So there's no way I'm not gonna pay him. Okay. It's time to start playing some fucking real poker. Jack 2. That's weird. I don't know what's up with the algorithm on this site. Keep drawing Jack 2. Seems like I draw it a lot. I got it 3 times or something the last video I made, and I've gotten it like twice this one. So keep in mind, I'm the second biggest stack. This is another testament to how bad the format is of the tournament. I'm the second biggest stack. We're only like maybe 45 minutes or an hour into this tournament or something. And I only have 10 big blinds. And I actually have less than 10 big blinds because of the ante. And I'm not even going to talk about the ante because it's not relevant. But you can just ask me about it, Kirk, if you want to. But so yeah, that's how ridiculous this is. I mean, these guys all have less than 10 big blinds. This is all interfold. This is all math. Kings. Wow. I'm getting lucky at this point. I'm not even playing well. This is all luck. Well, it's a little bit of I'm calling. Have to call. And got him dominated. Wow. 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 And he draws a 10 too, so he's live. Okay. I'm not playing. What I'm saying is I'm not playing good. I'm getting lucky. I'm not playing I'm not playing bad, but I'm not playing good. It's just math. Maybe should have raised it. Oh yeah, I should have raised. I don't know why I did that. I'm just gonna check, and I'm gonna bet the turn. I always bet him on the flop. Now I actually have a reason to bet. So I'm gonna bet about half the pot, a little more than half, because I want him to fold. I have an open and a straight draw, and okay, good. I feel like raising here, but I'm not going to, because I want him to respect me. But I'm the chip leader. Shows the king 9. He was proud of that king 9. I think he would have called me if I would have raised, so it's good I didn't. But should I raise here? I'm just not going to. I'm picking up big hands. I'm the chip leader. I should be bullying these guys around. How many bigs do I have? 5,000 divided by 300. So, I do have enough to play poker. And by the way, when I have 15 bigs, that's the minimum amount to play poker. I mean, realistically, you should have way more than that. That's enough to play poker for one hand, and if you lose, you can't play poker anymore. Should I call here? Definitely not. He has 2,000. But there are situations like this when you have a big stack and someone pushes. Like if he had like 900 instead of 2,000, I might, or 2,600. I might think about this call because Jack 10 is decent. It's average. It beats most hands. He could have pushed me right there with anything. And since you have such a big stack, it's worth it to knock someone out. So this guy's playing a lot of hands. I want to stop him. So I'm going to bet 1,000 here. Well, actually, Ace 8. I'm going to do it. Betting 1,000. If he raises, I'm just going to call. I don't want to call, but I have to. I'm just doing it because he's playing so many hands that I got to make him stop doing that. I got to make him afraid. I got to start bullying these people because I have the chip lead. And again, I mean, if this was a, see, he keeps playing, so I'm calling. Wow. Okay, I flopped 2 pair. I'm gonna bet here. There's no way I'm not gonna. Well, actually, I could check. Have to bet here though. Call home plate. Call. I want him to call. Jerry shouldn't call here. I don't want him to call. I mean, I probably have the best hand, but he might have been on a flush draw, and I didn't want him to call because he has a big stack. It would have been bad if it would have been bad for me and him if he called. Folding. So anyway, what I'm trying to say is he's playing a lot of hands, and if he's gonna do that, that means he's playing if he's playing a lot of hands, he's playing bad hands, generally, unless someone's getting really lucky. So he's playing a lot of bad hands, and bad hands can't call a raise. So I had to raise that 1,000. Because if he's just going to keep calling, he's just putting in money for me to just take. Because he can't call a raise. Or he shouldn't call a raise. Shit. I have to raise here. Like 900. I just want to make the pot. Yeah. Maybe shouldn't raise, I don't know. I just wanted to make the pot. I just wanted the pot commit him. Just wanted him to. But he didn't have a strong enough hand to play me. He only called, and I was the big blind. I had queens. Yeah, I think I should have checked. Anyway, checked. I should have hoped he had a lower than queens, like 10-7 or something. Because he could have had it on the small blind and with how loose he's playing. And then if the flop came like top pair 10s, and I had queens, he would have played with me and I would have won. But anyway, so this guy's going all in. I actually might call this. I have to think about it. It's pre-flop. I have 300 invested. There's 1,800 in the pot, and I have to call 700. So I'm getting 2/3. He's tight though. He's tight. If I if I fold, or if I call, that leaves me with still 5,000, which is high. I'm going to call. Yeah, okay, this is a good position. And I flopped the jack. That was lucky, and I'm going to take this down, but that was actually a good play out of me. It was a 50-50, and these guys are probably scared of me now. It was a 50-50, but I have the big stack, and it was for his life, and it wasn't for my life, and if I lost, it wasn't a big deal. So now I'm just bullying. He pretty much has to play with me, mathematically. Right here I have threes. What's up, Chris?
What's up?
I'm making a YouTube video.
You're making a YouTube video?
Yeah. This is pretty much the end of the tournament. 6-8, and I'm just gonna play with him. And of course I flopped 6 because I'm lucky as fuck. I'm gonna bet 500. If he has a 3, I'll pay him. I don't care, but he doesn't. 7-3. I'm just gonna fold it. It's just not worth it. And this guy's got 285, so he's mathematically has to call with anything. So it's just not. 7-3 is not worth it. Just let him do it. I don't know what he's waiting for. This shit's over for him. It's just me and Jerry heads up, and I have a huge advantage. Are you gonna watch TV or something?
No, I'm gonna do some work.
Okay. Just gonna check this down. Jerry should check this down with me. It's kind of just like a mutual thing because both of us want to knock him out. So like me drawing the 6 helps him maybe. Oh well, he had the jack, so it doesn't matter. Yeah, when you have 2 people and one guy's gonna get knocked out, you just check it down. Just kind of unsaid rule. So whatever he does, I'm gonna call. Should I? Yeah, I'm just gonna call. And hopefully Jerry will just call. Either way, okay, 50-50. This is all just math, doesn't matter. Just need a 9 or a queen here. And he doubles up. That's bullshit. And that's another testament to why the format is retarded. I'm gonna bet 1200 here. Ace queen. See, he's back in the tournament. It's ridiculous. The blinds are just too high relative to our stacks. I'm just whatever he does. I'm calling, raising. I'm all in this hand, no matter what. Mathematically with ace 2. And I'm in a bad spot here. I have to draw ace or 2. Well, what am I talking about? He has to draw a queen or 10. I don't know what I was talking about. So now I'm heads up with Jerry. King 4. I'm just going to bully him. Just going to bully him. King 4 is fine, heads up. Not against 6s, though. I'm not live here. I have to draw a king. 1 live card. Didn't draw it. But that's fine. King 4 is just good, heads up. And I'm just trying to bully him. Another one. So it looks like he's playing tight. So I don't have to go all in. I can just do that. He was folding, but Queen King is pretty strong. It's for half the stack, for half of my stack. Well, the question is, do I have a better hand than him or not? And the answer is, I'm 50-50 at best. So he has 5,000. If I fold. I don't know. I don't know if I should have called there. And he draws the ace, of course. Wow. That's bullshit. As this asshole doesn't ready up right now, because this is ridiculous. They're making us take a break. If we take a break right now, it's stupid. I don't know if I should have called there. I just did it because I had 2 seconds on the clock. And I've been getting lucky this whole tournament. See, that's the problem. I mean, it's not always good to get lucky. If you're getting lucky, like, can cause you to play bad. Teaches you a bad lesson. It's hard to get good at poker because you can play bad and get good results. You play good and get bad results. It's hard to learn from your mistakes. This is ridiculous. But there's a break right now. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna stop the video and start it back up when the tournament starts. So I'll see you on the other side. And I think we're back off that break. I hope it's recording. Just gonna call here, playing heads up. Pot's 1200. I'm gonna pot commit myself here. It's pretty much like going all in, but kind of want him to call. Heads up, a mid pair like that. Any pair is good. I mean, you only have a 35% chance to get flop anything. Wow, okay, I'm getting lucky now. Bet 400. He's probably going to play with me. He's not. Okay, he's tight. He's tight. I'm going to play aggressive. Not a good raise, but the blinds are so high again. So I'm going to raise him with bad hands, because it looks like that's the way to play against him. Wow. Yeah, I should have bet. I don't know why I checked. I should have bet that flop. Wow. Should I check here? I think I have to bet 1,000. Bet. Decent hand heads up. He went all in. He had a better hand than me. Queen 10. He folds. Betting weak hands into because he doesn't like to play. Probably bet less than that. Probably min bet him. He raises. I'm gonna call here. I'm getting crazy. Crazy lucky. Fucking flopping everything. Which could be bad here if he has a pocket pair, which he doesn't. He's starting to catch on, I think. King 5. No, I shouldn't have went all in right there. That was bad. Not paying attention to the math. Just calling. Maybe should have raised. Yeah, should have. Well, he's just going all in. I'm gonna stop raising him. Start tightening up because he's playing loose. Now he's folding. He might be playing like an all-in or fold game with me. I don't know what he has. Calling that bluff. What? Oh, yeah. I should have bet earlier. Should have bet earlier. I let him draw. I had the best hand. That's why you have to bet when you have the best hand. I was just trying to get too tricky. Scary flop. I'm gonna take it down. No way he calls that. And don't pay attention to this too much. I mean, you know, I've said I'm not the best heads up. Not the best heads up. Probably better than Jerry, though. Straight bluff here. And he calls it, and he's maybe not better than Jerry. Ace Queen, there's no way he's got this. No way he's got this. He's got to draw 10. And he might draw it. Wow. That's stupid. Yeah, these blinds are too big. Got 2 live cards here, and I drew a live one. Whatever. I really should have got first here, but I fucked it up. Need an 8 or 4 here. 8 or 4. Second place, not bad. Not ideal though with how lucky I was and the big stack I had. Not super happy with that, but can't be unhappy with second. Alright, have a good one.